So today we're doing something a little bit different. It's kind of like a fantasy draft, but not to the full extent. So this is what's going to be happening. Every player that's 80 and above is going to be randomized to a new team. This roster I found in the roster vault. This is the username right here. So if you search this username in the roster vault, you can go and use this roster. But basically every player that's 80 and above got sent to a new team or randomized to a new team, and I thought it was kind of a cool idea, you know. So kind of the core of the teams are still intact, but all of their like best players are being sent to new teams. So again, like, this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't even know what every roster looks like. I kind of went through the roster a little bit, so I know where certain players are, but I'm not too sure the whole extent of it. So I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, in the comment section, if you guys have any more rebuild ideas that you want to see, leave them in the description below, or not the description, the comment section down below. If you missed the last video, I'm going to leave a link to it up here in the top corner. And that's about it, guys. All social media links, those are in the description below. Go and give them a follow. And here we go. Let's hop into it. All right, so like I said, I don't really know that, like, obviously I know like the main core players are going to stick with the team, but then I'm trying to think of like what players may have moved. So you know what? I'm just going to close my eyes and then we're just going to pick a team. All right, 1, 2, 3. I guess we're going to be the Oakland Athletics, who actually rank first. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're also going to look at every other roster, maybe go through a couple seasons just to see how it plays out. So what I'll do is I'll do ignore budgets on, because I don't really know how the roster took into effect of the budget. So I don't know if a team's like loaded on big contracts or not. So I don't know if the creator of the roster considered budgets when he made the roster. So let's see how this goes. Everything else should be good to go. Designated hitter is universal, and let's take a peek at this roster. So like I said, who knows what this is going to look like. I'm really intrigued to see what it does look like. So we'll hop with pitching rotation first, and we've got Walker Buehler, Hyunjin Ryu, David Price, Miles Michaelis, Frankie Montas. Okay. And then the bullpen looks about the same, you know, a couple new faces here and there. Obviously some players are going to move ratings because of morale and stuff, but you can see most players around the 80 mark were moved. So let's go take a look at our lineup, see what we're rocking with here. We've got Peralta, Bregman, Cruz, Judge, Gleyber Torres, Mark Canha, Seth Brown, and Austin Allen. We also have Joey Gallo and Hunter Renfroe and Roberto Perez. Wow, this team is kind of big. How is Hunter Dozier involved in this? He's an 80 overall, just not in the lineup. Okay, so we're going to have to move this lineup around a little bit because we're pretty stacked. Jeez, this team is loaded. So let's go through the rest of the league, see what they have to offer, see who's good, who's not good. We've got Luis Castillo there, Yu Darvish. In the bullpen, nothing changed with that. We've got Rich Hill as a new player. Who else? Dylan Betances, Josh Hader, and Liam Hendricks. So the Rangers got a little bit of a pitching or a bullpen. Blake Snell is on the Astros with Zach Wheeler. The bullpen actually got worse for the Astros. We've got Chris Sale on the Braves. Okay, Shane Green and Taylor Rogers as well. Jacob DeGrom with the Marlins. Corey Kluber and Julio Urias along with Zach Gallen. So wait, Zach Gallen went back to the Marlins, right? I believe that's right. I always get Zach Gallen mixed up with somebody else, and I can't remember if it is Zach Gallen or not. So let's see. Let's continue. Wow, the Nationals pitching staff is terrible. So bad. Oh no. Kershaw with the Mets along with Paddock and Stroman. So Stroman, I guess, stayed with the Mets. So, okay. Scherzer on the Phillies with Greinke. And then looking at their bullpen, they've got Doolittle and Brad Hand. All right, so we'll continue to kind of move slowly through this so we can kind of get an idea of what everyone's team looks like. Corey Knebel looks like the Brewers pitching staff. Bruins, that's not even a baseball team. But let's keep going. Okay, so some teams just aren't going to be affected because they don't really have a lot of good pitching. So that's something to keep in mind. But looking at this, it's kind of interesting to see how this was randomized or where certain players went. And I'm intrigued to see how this plays out. Chapman on the Padres. We've got Nola, Corbin, Hendricks, Odorizzi, and Cueto all in one starting rotation. That's a decent starting rotation there. Barrios, Gray, and Maeda for the Orioles. All right. And then looking at the rest of the teams, you know what? That's it's pretty cool. I kind of like this idea a lot. Like, if you guys could come up with any more rosters where you randomize things like this, I'd definitely be down to do it. Put it in the comment section that you created the roster. Let me know the name of the roster or the username that it's under, and I'll definitely do it. Like, if you want to switch up some ratings or positions, like, that'd be awesome. I would definitely do that for a video, because this is a really cool idea. I really like this one. And let's keep looking. So Arenado, JD Martinez, Yordan, and Moustakas, Hoskins, all on one team. Wow, the Mariners are stacked offensively. Jeez, that team's gonna score like 4,000 runs. That's insane. All right, so yeah, this is Lindor and Harper. Okay, yeah, this is really cool. I like this one. So let's keep moving forward, because I already see that I'm kind of dragging out this whole looking at rosters, just because it's just a lot different. And there's some main core players with the teams, but let's kind of move through it a little bit quicker. And if at any point you want to pause it so that you can see the rosters, you definitely can do that. So I'm pretty psyched about this one. This was definitely a cool idea that I found in the roster vault. And yeah, if you guys ever come up with any more rosters like this, you want to randomize ratings or positions like I mentioned, or you want to switch teams again, let me know that you did this, and I'll definitely shout you out in a video, because this is a really cool idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to change up the team really quick, because like Hunter Dozier can play. Ooh, Joey Gallo can play first. Renfroe, where is he going to get into this team? Are we going to go crazy and put him in like center? And then like Hunter Dozier needs to play too, but how do we get him in this team? Jeez. You know what? Hunter Renfroe never really does good hitting wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Joey Gallo in center, and I'm going to put Dozier at first. And then like even Crush Davis not being in the team is like insane. Same with Mark Canha. Like, this team is just overly stacked, just beyond belief. So what I'm going to do is maybe Bregman lead off. Peralta's there. Maybe like Glaber there. Like, I don't know, man. This team is so good. Even the pitching is stacked. So I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm pretty sure Mike Trout is with the Orioles. Yeah, Mike Trout and Juan Soto. Okay, those are some big names. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sim out this season. I want to see how it plays. And then maybe like season 2, then we start making some roster moves and things like that. See how that plays out. Maybe we call it a video there. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season, because I'm intrigued to see where this plays out. Alrighty, so this season actually went really, really well. 104-58, won the division, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. We won the division, and we'll take a look around the league. The ERA around 4. Okay, that's not bad. We've actually moved from the first ranked team to the second ranked team, but yeah, I mean, it's not a bad season at all. The Mariners, who were 5th, definitely their offense was carrying them, and I want to see how the rest of the league played out. So in the Central, it was the White Sox. So who's the first ranked team? The Rays. Really? Okay. And then I guess we go to the wild card now and see the Angels and the Twins. We've got the Phillies in the East, who actually their pitching looks really good. I mean, they're second for pitching, so that kind of makes sense. The Reds in the Central, and then the Giants in the West. It's crazy how bad the Dodgers are without like their star-studded players on that team, which it makes sense, right? So when we hop into the league leaders, Nelson Cruz, and then Hyunjin Ryu, JB Wendelken, and Miles Michaelis had quite a good season. So Yelich hit 350 or 333, Trout right behind him. You got Trey Turner, Corey Dickerson for hits, along with Luis Arias. Corey Dickerson 211 for hits. That's a lot. Ahmed Rosario and Miguel Andujar both with 50 hits, triples. Okay. John Birdie always pops off with like a crazy amount of triples. It's insane what he does in franchise. 45 for Stanton. If Stanton played in Coors, I definitely think he could get more than 45 home runs. I'm not saying the Coors effect is that strong, but I definitely think that Stanton could pop off for quite a bit of home runs with 45 in Coors. And then Trout with 51. We had Cruz up there. Glaber's up there. I like to see that. Nelson Cruz for the most RBIs. So offensively, I think we did pretty well. When we look at awards, we got an MVP and a couple gold gloves. So Nelson Cruz, really, how did he win MVP over Trout with these numbers? Because like Trout's season, almost 40 doubles, 51 home runs. And then we look at what Nelson Cruz did. How did Trout not win MVP there? That makes no sense. Jacob deGrom was MVP in the NL. Obviously, Cy Young, along with Steven Strasburg. You got Yelich and Turner with batting titles. And then Knebel, Gallegos. Joe Adell was Rookie of the Year, along with Keibert Ruiz. And then Chris Bryant and Mike Trout won the Hank Aaron. So let's take a look at our team, because this is some interesting stuff here. So Paul Blackburn was like our long reliever. He was okay. He got the job done. That's really what you're looking for. Lou Trevino was solid. The whip's a little high, but you know what? It wasn't bad. We had 66 overall. TJ McFarland, not that great. Same with Jake Diekman, Chris Bassett, and then Michael Givens, and our closer, JB Wendelken. So the bullpen was kind of the area that kind of held us back. Makes sense, right? And then when you look at our starting pitching, this was pretty good. Buehler, Ryu, not so much. Oh, actually, maybe not, man. Wow. This was interesting for sure. Maybe just these two kind of were a little questionable, I would say. So maybe rock like that for the rest of the postseason. And then when we take a look at the lineup, I switched things around a little because I remembered that Bregman could play shortstop. So then I moved him to shortstop, moved Glaber to second base, even though I think Glaber was already at second base. And then I kind of moved some players around. So wow, Chris Davis, no home runs, but obviously he wasn't like our DH or anything like that. And Hunter Renfroe just never really hits well, so that's why I really wasn't trying to put him in the lineup. So this is the team. This is how everybody did. Bregman, outstanding. Peralta, very good year. Mark Canha quietly had a good season. Nelson Cruz had almost 50 home runs. Aaron Judge, not terrible. Hunter Dozier wasn't bad. I mean, everyone's hitting like pretty well. Yeah, I mean, that is a good team. That is an insanely good team. Budget-wise, we somehow snuck in as well. Chris Davis, he'll go on a smaller contract, so that'll help. Nelson Cruz, probably not going to bring him back, so that's saving some money. And then you look at like the other players who may or may not stay with the team. We might be able to keep this entire roster and still stay within budget. That's insane. So we're taking on the Angels, and I'm kind of intrigued to see how this plays out here. And we're about to get knocked out. It's just written in the stars. I'm not allowed to win a World Series ever again, if that's just how it's meant to be. So what I'm going to do, Buehler's going to take the mound, and let's just take a look at their team really quick. Doesn't look as good as normal, and what I'll do is I'll just go by half innings, just because this is kind of like the early stages of the playoffs, and I'm kind of intrigued to see how this goes. We're winning as well, so like, yeah, it'd be great to see how we scored, but I'm more intrigued of like the later rounds of the playoffs. I want to see how those go. So we won 5-1, and Walker Buehler went the full 9. So like it went well, I would say. So since Buehler just pitched, who do I want going first, right? Michaelis, yeah, perfect. And then we'll go Ryu, Buehler, Montas, who got rocked last time he pitched. But let's see how this goes against the White Sox. We lose, we lose, we lose, we win. We're gonna do a reverse sweep. No, we got eliminated, but that's okay. It's season 1. The team's looking good. So what I'll do is I want to see who wins the World Series, and then we'll take a look at their roster really quick. The Giants. The Giants. Wow, okay. So let's take a look at them. So, oh, wow. Oh, that was a team with the stacked pitching. That makes sense. Yeah, that starting rotation is pretty solid. And then let's take a look at their roster really quick. Their lineup, I should say. Corey Dickerson's kind of glitchy. They've got Wilson, Machado. Okay. So I don't know how they're going to be next year, but like this year, they were actually pretty solid. I think the pitching is really carrying that team. So let's go into the offseason, see what we can do with this team. Michael Fires retired. That's okay. No biggie, right? And how much does he want? Not a lot. And I think he's going to take over for DH for Nelson Cruz. So for, what was it, $3 million? Chump change. So let's keep moving forward and let's get this going. 40-man. I don't know who Daniel Davis is, but I'll keep him on the team. Same with Henry Steiner. I'll keep them on the team as well. We're going to offer everybody arbitration. Hunter Renfroe is definitely going to be a trade piece. there's no reason to keep him. He just doesn't do well in franchise. Everybody's getting a contract. And then looking at free agency, it's looking like a lot of the big names hit free agency. So who do we need? Some bullpen help. I feel like that. Maybe trade like one of these starting pitchers like Michaelis or Ryu, kind of like just players that are on bigger contracts. And then like this is our DH, which I'm pretty happy with. Maybe trade Renfroe for a little bit better of a first baseman, and we should be fine. Like there's not too much that we really need to do. How is the bullpen looking? There's some really good bullpen arms available. So I think we can do some really good work here in free agency, make a couple trades next year, and win that World Series for season 2. I'll see you guys then. Season 2, we're starting with a trade for Xander Bogaerts and Scott Oberg. We're going to trade Luzardo, Renfroe, and Price. I really didn't want to trade Luzardo. I was actually going to throw him as like the long reliever. But you know what? A really good shortstop in Xander Bogaerts kind of fits the team. And then we can move Brandman back to third, maybe Dozier to first. So I'm actually kind of cool with this trade. I'm going to go Ryu and Pinder. I might actually be able to just go... Nope, we got to throw in Pinder. So Pinder and Ryu for Jameson Taillon. And I think I want to get one more pitcher. And I think that'll be like either Michaelis goes. Because like Michaelis was really good last year. I just don't know if he's going to continue that. Actually, I might leave it. I want to get rid of Diekman. I want to get a better lefty. That's the last trade for sure. I'm going to trade Franklin Barreto and Diekman for Alex Claudio, and that's it. So let me get the lineup sorted. I'll show you what we're looking like. Pitching-wise, this is what we have. Buehler, Taillon, Michaelis, Montas, and Mangden. And then we've got Blackburn, Trevino, Oberg, Claudio, Gibbons, Wendelken, and Keone Kayla. All right. Budget-wise, we're actually still pretty healthy, which is awesome to see. And then when you look at the lineup, this is our team. Bregman, Peralta, Bogaerts, Gleyber Torres, Aaron Judge, Hunter Dozier, Joey Gallo, Chris Davis, and then Roberto Perez. I'm talking, we're hitting 700 home runs this season. It's going to be insane. I'm definitely checking the team stats at the end of it. I guess we could go and sign like an extra bench bat. Yeah, let's go Howie Kendrick. Let's throw him a contract, get him into the team, and then yeah, there we go. We're 100% ranked first. There's no doubt about it. We're like first in contact, first in power, fourth in pitching, fourth in defense, which is like a new high for us. Not worried about speed. We're just gonna score a bunch of runs because we're gonna hit the long ball. So I'm gonna see you guys at the end of the season. Let's see how it plays out. So the season went amazing. 117-45, won the division, take it on the winner of the wild card, which we all know I'm getting knocked out first round. So let's get into it. Let's take a look, see how this happens. I mean, good average on base percentage, slugging, ERA, like everything looks great. Looking at the rest of the American League, the Tigers won, so the Central looks like it was pretty competitive, and then the East, the Rays won, and the Yankees are in last place. Who would have thought that would ever happen? So Phillies are in the East, the Reds again in the Central, and then the Rockies took the West with the Braves, and the Cubs, with the Cubs being 22nd rated. Okay. League leaders, Bregman with runs, and then Buehler with win percentage. So, okay. We've got Dozier up there with batting average, which I never expected to see that. Trey Turner up there with batting average as well. Hits, okay. Interesting stats. Doubles, Trey Turner with 62 doubles. That's insane. Unbelievable. Acuna with 44. Bregman tied it with 44 as well. Triples, Buxton with 12. We've got Avisail Garcia and Jonathan Villar with 15. Okay. Pete Alonso with 40 home runs, 53 for Martinez. We didn't hit a lot of home runs, actually. Bogaerts was our highest one with 37. That's disappointing to see. That's like really disappointing. I was hoping we were going to break some records here. So Dozier and Judge with the Gold Glove, and then we had a Cy Young for Walker Buehler. JD Martinez was MVP along with Chris Sale. So obviously Chris Sale won Cy Young, and then Walker Buehler won it for us. Batting title, okay. Reliever of the year, Archie Bradley. Keone Kayla was there, which is good to see. And then Rookie of the Year and Hank Aaron. So I want to see how we kind of ranked with the rest of the teams, because so for batting average we had the highest. Runs we had the most. We had almost 1,000 runs. Hits the highest. Doubles we were 5th. Triples I didn't expect much. We don't have speed, so I probably should go the other way. 28th with 19. Wow. Home runs we were 2nd by 1 home run. Dang, okay. So, okay. I mean, it's still not bad. Not bad at all. Paul Blackburn, a lot better than he was last year. Love to see it. Trevino was not as good, so you don't like to see that. Scott Oberg, fantastic. Claudio, fantastic. We've got Givens, again, fantastic. JB Wendelken was unbelievable. And then Keone Kela was third in the voting for reliever of the year. So very happy with the bullpen. And then when we take a look at our starting rotation, Walker Buehler, Tyone was, Michael is kind of the same as Tyone, Montas, and then Daniel Mangden looking pretty good. So maybe go something like this for the postseason. Maybe we'll see. Well, I might change my mind. I really don't know. Howie Kendrick actually had a pretty good year. Kind of like the main bat off the bench. Still really good. Seth Brown was meh. Same with Allen. And then Jorge Mateo. Limited appearances, but did pretty well. So looking at our actual lineup, Bregman was the leadoff guy. And those are just insane numbers to put up. Same with David Peralta in the 2 spot. You've got Bogarts, 123 RBIs, which is unbelievable. And then Glaber's right behind him. You've got Judge with 34 home runs. Hunter Dozier eclipsing 100 RBIs. Joey Gallo, 33 home runs. The numbers are just insane. 24 for Chris Davis, and then 12 for Roberto Perez, who was our worst hitter. But you know what? He's just kind of like that guy behind the plate who's gonna do really well. He's gonna call a good game. He's our catcher. That's all we needed him to do, was just be there to be the catcher. We had plenty of offense through the rest of the lineup. So, all right, let's hop into this. We're taking on the Blue Jays. And like I said, we're getting knocked out. It just has to happen. Like, I can't ever just win. Ever. I'm actually going to go down to this corner. So, here we go. Walker Buehler's taking the mound. He had a rough first outing. I mean, I can see, like, the top half of the lineup is pretty good. But there's no reason why we shouldn't beat this team. We're stacked offensively. Like, we should just run away with this. I mean, you look at this lineup and there is not a safe place. Maybe just Roberto Perez. Outside of that, it should be like home run, home run, home run. And it is 3-0. So I'll take that. And things are looking good. Things are not looking good. And Walker Buehler was having a really good outing, and I didn't want to say anything about it because I didn't want to jinx it. And it may not be Michael Givens' day. He got out of it, so it's a 3-2 game. But I'm going to take him out. We're in the 8th. I'm going to go Wendelken, and hopefully he doesn't give up the lead. He gave up the lead. He gave up the lead. I mean, Judge got it back, thankfully, but dude, come on. Like, why? Really? Okay, I like that. Let's pinch run at first. And we're going to bring in Jorge Mateo. Double play. You love to see it. David Peralta home run. Dude, I can't believe it, man. Like, what is this nonsense? Every single time I can't win. Who did bad? Who do I need to just get rid of? Hunter Dozier, get out of here. Joey Gallo, never again. I can't believe it. Like, look at that. The heart of the lineup hit 500 and above. So maybe the pitching let us down. Let me check the scores again, because we allowed 6 runs, 10 runs. I mean, the pitching just was not good enough. Too many runs being allowed, and that is why our season ended. But I hope you did enjoy it. Again, the randomizing the best players to new teams, or whatever I end up calling this video, I still don't know, but I hope you did enjoy it. Thumbs up if you did. Again, guys, if you want to create a roster where you randomize overalls, or you randomize positions, or again, you randomize some other teams based on some sort of, you just move the 90 overalls, or you move like one player or something. If you ever come up with a roster and you want me to use it in a video, let me know what you did in the comment section down below. Let me know the name of the roster, let me know your username, and I'll definitely use it for a video, and I'll shout you out for sure. That's about it, guys. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed the content, make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. I'm gonna leave you with 2 videos though. Go check them out if you haven't yet. That's it. Peace.